Good morning. My name is Bruce Golson. I have the privilege of being president of United Methodist Men. And so I just want to put in a plug real quick first for that. We meet on the second Saturday of every month. That'll be the 9th of March for this month at 8:30 for a great breakfast, great fellowship. In fact, it's that breakfast that your spouse or your significant other would never let you eat at home. 4 cook teams that compete for bragging rights for that breakfast, and then great fellowship and a very good program after that. We're out by about 10 o'clock. So I'll put in a plug for that, but what I want to do now is talk a little bit about one of the things we do, and that's we try to take care of the grounds to keep this church looking really, really good. And we've had one individual who has been managing that for a very, very long time, and we like to recognize Dan Southern. Dan, would you come on up? And Kay, would you come on up with him? So Dan, with the help of so many others, has been managing this program for, 34 years, I think we've got it on the plaque. And I've got George Thompson is up here with us. Reverend George Thompson was here at the time that was done. It's going to be really, really hard to fill those shoes, but we are taking applications. Don't everybody rush up at once, but we do need somebody to begin managing that program as spring breaks and the weeds start to grow. But the reason why our church looks so beautiful on the outside has a lot to do with what Dan has done. And we want it that way so that we are beautiful on the inside as well. So George, would you like to say a few words?
Dan, we're so grateful for what you have done all these years. I want the congregation to know that Dan has always given the credit to those who've worked with him. It's been a team effort, and that is true. But in all modesty, he gives credit to the team, and the team gives credit to Dan. We all know who has put it all together. Dan began working on the grounds in 1982. A few years later, I came as the pastor here, and we began to study a program down in Alabama called the Every Member in Ministry. And so in 1989, we officially set up this program and asked for people to make their commitments annually to the event. And so numerous people began to sign up to work with Dan. They had already been doing that for several years, but as Dan said, it then became quite official. The official group was working together with Dan. Now, what did they do? The activities are incredible. They developed a maintenance plan for the entire campus of First Methodist. Their listings included building fences, cementing the sidewalks, setting up the playground, planting shrubs and flowers, trimming trees and shrubs, cleaning up the entire area of the foliage. The large parking lot, and how many people park out in the large parking lot across from Academy? At least half do that. And each and every week we need to think about the fact that this group cleared out that and spread mulch and fertilized the lawn. And during the season of September through November, this team got up all the leaves. Every month they worked to include edging the lawn, picking up the trash, planting flowers, weeding the garden. Dan enjoyed making this all happen. Especially his project personally was the entranceway. He always felt that as you enter a church, it was a symbol of what was going on inside. So as you come up these very, I think, impressive steps into the sanctuary, you see the plantings there. Dan was always watering them and keeping them just right. This has been a very difficult decision for Dan to retire from this position. He's done it with great prayer. But he said, I can't ask to lead others to do things physically in labor that I am unable or are unwilling to do. He's been willing to do all this, even with the pain in his limbs. But he's finally giving this up, and we need at least a dozen to take the position of this one man. Today is a day in which we express our gratitude to you, Dan, for all that you've done. And this beautiful plaque reads, First United Methodist Church expresses great appreciation to Daniel Southern, Chair of the Grounds Committee, for 36 years, 1982 to 2018, making our church grounds indeed beautiful. God bless you, Dan. We love you.